What's up, everybody? Back again. It's Robert Peppo with Small Business Uncensored number 24. This one's going to be about leveling up, and success is in the details. Today's podcast, as always, is sponsored by Peppo Subs, my restaurant. So please check us out on all social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Let's get into it. I want to start it off with this. Life is hard, so get a reward from it, okay? And this is what I mean. Being broke is hard and getting wealthy is hard, okay? Day to day is always hard. Get a fucking reward from it. If you got to go through shit anyway, make that shit pay off, all right? So I'm going to break down from an early age kind of how I approach things, how I approach them now, and what I'm doing to get a reward from it. How do we break down these lofty goals, level up, and actually fucking do it, all right? And it's not easy, but I have a mantra, okay? My mantra is whatever it takes, okay? That's not just some cliche saying. I wear it on my wristband every single day. I say it fucking every day. I write it in my journal every day, whatever it takes. But let's break that down, all right? So from an early age, I always knew I was going to be successful, and I didn't know how. I didn't know what I was going to do or how to do it. I just knew. So I had this big goal here in my mind, right? Because your thoughts become things. Manifesting is real, and then using those to propel you forward to be better and better and better every day will get you to those goals. So that idea of being better and better every day makes you work today at the things you can control, the small things. What can I do today? So back in the day, for me, sports, I can go to practice, I can work out, I can lift, I can train. Those things will make me better. In your professional career, it's the same thing. The success is in the day to day, okay? So in your career, you have a big goal. Maybe you want to raise, maybe you want to franchise like me, maybe you want to open your own company, maybe you want to do these things. But how do we do that? All right? I'm going to break down the simplest way to do it. And this is a one size fits all. There's not many things that are one size fits all, but this is probably it. Because I've learned it from the people I've looked up to, okay? I often talk about having mentors, reading books, listening to podcasts, joining networking groups, and there's mastermind groups out there that you can be involved in all these things in order to get your day-to-day better, which improves your year, which improves your goal, okay? But you got to take this big, lofty goal that's in your head and figure out what can I do today to get there. So this is how I do it. I take the big, lofty goal and I start to work backwards, all right? So I think about what does this big, lofty goal look like? Detailed, okay? I think about it in my head every day. I see it. I write it. I envision it. I manifest it. Thoughts become things, okay? When I do that, I say, okay, either someone's done it before me, so I'm going to check their blueprint, okay? Apply, all right? Whatever they've done, apply that shit to me. I'm going to read books, get another little tip, another little blueprint, add it, all right? Add it to your fucking arsenal of things. But then I'm going to break it down and say, okay, if they've done this, what do they need to do to achieve it? So I'm going to start to work backwards. And I work backwards all the way to the beginning, be like, all right, bet. So as I started to do it for me, this is what I did. I said, okay, big goal. What's the thing under there? There's probably a lot of people involved. There's a lot of systems and processes. Luckily, I learned a lot of those things kind of from Big Army and how that functions. That was cool. But I also did a shitload of studying. There's unlimited resources out there for you to achieve whatever you're going to do. Many people put out podcasts just like this from people who've done it. There are books. There's really no reason for you not to be able to find the information you want to, okay? In your niche, you can talk to other people. Me, I talk to restaurant people. I talk to people involved, whether directly or indirectly, marketing agencies, printing people, or people directly associated with me, people that are in the business, okay? You'd be surprised at people that are in your business that have all this experience that can add to it, all right? I have a few people that I really like to run shit by because they have a lot of experience, okay? That's how I improve day to day. So improving day to day and wanting to improve is a big fucking deal, all right? Because those little things compound, all right? What I like to say is you go from the macro to the micro, okay? Go from the fucking little things, will make the big things happen, okay? Here's how we do that. While working backwards, write the shit down, All right. Literally write it down so you have a detailed plan. You can think it in your head. That's okay. But there's a lot of things going on day to day. Family, bills, stress, your actual work, getting new customers, controlling payroll, controlling cash flow, dealing with everybody's issues. If you have a bunch of employees like I do, you have to deal with all of these things. Okay. So let's control what we can control. All right. And let's put it down in a working document, These things are not be all end alls. Okay. We learn along the way. We have ideas, we adjust them, we refine them, we scratch some of the ones that don't fucking work, we add new ones that we come across. That's getting better in the day today. So I started with these documents, okay, right here on my Mac. Some of them are on my phone. And I have different levels to it. Okay, big goal, what do we got to do to get that? All right. Second, how did they do that? Third, how did they do that? So I'm breaking these down, making them manageable. All right. I can't just open 50 stores tomorrow without having done it or without having the resources, people, capital, understanding of it. But what can I do? I can break it all the way down to that level of where you start at, and I can do that part of it. And that part of it, when accomplished, leads to the next part of it, leads to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. All right. So when I wrote all these things, I've just added and refined it as I went day to day. Little step, accomplished. Okay? That little step, just starting the documents even. I'm telling you, breaking all the way down. Just starting those documents made it real. I was like, oh shit, all right, I'm in this now. The second one was like, all right, so like, what's my first step in this process? Super fucking basic. There's no secrets to this shit. There's no like, what you have to do or someone else has got to like make some shit up. Bro, you can literally come up with this yourself. Okay? So what I did. Yes, I bounced it off of references from mentors, people, books, all that shit. But I really came up with it myself. I even met with people that are doing what I'm doing. The biggest companies in Illinois, and actually probably the biggest franchise group in the nation. I met with them, sat down, talked to them, asked them, what do I do? How do you do this? What's your program? What do you do? And at that time, maybe I thought I was going to work with them. But then I realized I could probably accomplish a lot of this organically myself. So that's what I did. And I built on all these steps. Once I got one step done, it gave me fuel to say, man, this is real. Maybe I can do this. All right. Second thing, let's say building an actual process for something. Okay. Knock out one thing. Okay. Whatever your thing is, knock out one little portion of it. All right. So for me, it was like, let's get our recipe book right. Boom. Got that right. I was like, oh shit, we did that. That looks pretty good. Let's get our team member manual right. Boom, did that. All right, what else might these big companies do? Hey, we need a spec sheet on what a build out's going to cost. Boom, I did that. And I went through down the fucking line of everything that either an owner operator would need, a big franchise group would need, how to manage a big network of stores. I sat down for about 2 years and took all these things into consideration and built them out. Okay. Now we have a robust program because it's complete and we're just going through the review now, but it's all done. And each one led to the other and gave me energy to say, well, this is real. This is real. It got more real as I did the little things. Okay. So as it comes, it becomes more real until you actually manifest to that big fucking thought you had because of the things you did day to day. Okay. There's a Japanese proverb called Kaizen. It is constant improvement. And I added a little to it, said constant improvement to a worthy goal. All right. And that's working on yourself, your business, your relationships, whatever it is. When you work on the little things, getting better day to day, they all add to each other. If your home life is good, your career can be good, less stress. If your career is good, that adds value to your home life because there's less stress. If your finances are good, that means your family and career is good. If your health is good, that leads to it. All these things lead to each other. And it starts with the personal habits day to day, the mindset. Mindset is everything. Okay. When you have that, you can build to something. My whole thing is getting people in a better position because life's hard anyway. People struggle anyway. I talk to a lot of motherfuckers. I know a lot of fucking people and I hear all these things, not only over the years in business, over my years in sports, at the gym, in the army, There are so many similarities that people say. And I've tried to break it down, and it's what these podcasts are for. My podcast, they're like a blueprint, okay? And I, hope they all add to each other, but I hope that each one gives you at least a little nugget of wisdom or something you can take and apply for yourself. And even if it helps one person, I'm happy about it, because that's what I wish I had, okay, when I came up. And I'm giving that back. And there's another saying that says, if you help enough people get what they want, it's very likely sometime somebody in some way is going to help you get what you want. That's my goal. Not only do I have ridiculous energy to do these things, and I have all this fucking knowledge locked in my head from all the studying I've done because I was relentless on my pursuit of improving my life in all ways, that I now want to give it back, because in giving back and teaching, you learn more. So when I get to apply these things, I think of new thoughts. I hear feedback from people that not only propels me, but gives me new information to move forward with and go boldly and confidently in what I want to do. And back to my other ones, doing hard shit, doing these things day to day is hard. Okay. But doing hard shit now will make other hard shit not as easy. So doing the little things today that are hard, setting the time aside, creating the habits, will achieve that goal. Okay. The big goal is fucking hard. No doubt. But doing the little things is hard too. If you get to that big goal, you're going to thank yourself, thank your younger self for doing those things so you don't have to do it again. I do that shit all the time. I look back and be like, fucking thank God we did that. I do not want to go through that again. Or if a problem arises, we know how to handle it, because not only A, it's documented, it's proven that we've been through the shit, so we know what to do. Thank God we've been through that. Time is a great teacher. Being broke is a great teacher. Being wealthy can be a great teacher if you don't fuck it up. But that's why creating these habits now, something that's like a lifestyle, something you will not change, you won't give up for anything no matter what happens. Once you get to that big goal, you can fucking crush it. You can not only live in it, excel in it, you can pass it along, but more than likely, you're at least going to be thankful and enjoy what you fucking worked for. Because you're going to work anyway, right? Every motherfucker's got to work unless you're lazy and fucking whatever. But everybody's got to fucking work, so get a fucking reward from it. If you do better at your job because you're concerned with the details and you want to do good, you can get a pay raise. Okay, basic, pretty simple, cool, right? If you're on a sports team and you work hard and you put your success in the details and you work on the small things, maybe you'll play more. Maybe you'll get a scholarship. Boom. There you go. Worthy goal. If you do that in your marriage, in your relationships, you have a better relationship, things will go good. If you have to deal with shit anyway, why not choose to make it better? You're going to be choosing to do things anyway. You're going to have to do these things. Get a fucking reward from it. All right. So we'll break this down a little bit more and recap. Work backwards from the big goal and build. And I'm talking about big goals don't have to be my big goal of 50 stores, $100 million, an exit strategy, sitting on the board of directors, and living a dope-ass life. Whatever it is for you is just owning your business as an only sole business with one store, doing one thing, just you, and you're happy with that. Excellent. It's still a big goal because we are not where we want to be. All right. Work backwards, create a plan for that so you can execute macro to micro. All right. You are what you think about. You are your daily habits. You are whatever you do repeatedly. Okay. Another good quote is, insanity can best be described as doing the same things over and over and expecting a different result. Well, that's true if those things aren't adding to your result. But if you do the same things that add to a good result, you will get there. All right. And don't ever be afraid to change things. All right. Yes, I have a big goal, but I'm constantly changing, trying, learning, because I'm learning new things all the time. I'm going to say something here, and I'm going to challenge some people on this. I don't think anybody, when I was reading books, was reading as many books as me. That was my study. That was my college, because I never graduated college. Okay, I went to 3 colleges and did not fucking pass any of them. I have some credits and shit, but I never did. So I knew I had to do that. I don't think anybody did that as much as me at that time. Now, podcasts, audiobooks, I was fucking relentless on listening and learning to those things. So these positive habits are all leading to where I'm at now. Everybody drives in their car. Everybody has some downtime. You do not do things 24/7. There should be really no excuses to not do whatever it takes for your goal, for your family, all right? So if you achieve this, it's good for you. It's good for your family. It's good for your relationship. All these fucking things lead to each other, and they're worthy fucking goals. Take the big goals, break them down, create a plan. Leveling up is not easy, but on the way up, you can do certain things that leverage your, at least, opportunity to get there. I hope this podcast gave you a little bit about how to do that. I appreciate you guys. Listen, like, subscribe, share, all of that. The links are in the description for Peppo's, myself, my social media pages. I appreciate you guys. Robert Peppo, Small Business Uncensored, number 24. Let's get it.